single clients, you know, like send me like $500, you know what I'm saying, all together, of course, for the work that I did for them, you know what I'm saying. And I look at and I see these numbers, you know what I'm saying, and I'm thinking like, damn, I must really be like providing value. Like I am like facts, I'm providing value, because otherwise I wouldn't be seeing these cash apps and everything like that with these big numbers. And on top of that, my services are long term, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, we're gonna do business today, and I hope you love my business, because I want to do business with you tomorrow. Like, we need to do business tomorrow anyways if we're going to get all this work done. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all about trust and, like, even loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have clients that I've been connected with for, like, years now. It's amazing. It's so cool, because they see it and they get it and they know what's up. You know what I'm saying? They know what's up. So they're taking advantage. Like, that's literally what it is. Like, they're like, oh shit, I see what this dude is doing, I'm gonna take advantage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so take advantage. You're smart. Hell yeah. So I low-key be looking at my clients like, yeah, you're really on one, but like in a good way. Like you're really on some like next level shit, because you had the eyes to see that what I'm doing and offering is valuable. And it's not even about the eyes. You broke bread. Like, you sent me like half $1,000, you know, to get the work done. And it's not even about the money, though. And that's why I don't be getting like y'all humans prioritizations, because it's like, once you get this knowledge, and once you, let's say you get like understanding of your childhood energy through astrology, and now you know why those things happen, and now you're looking at it from a different perspective, where you can gain more healing, and now you're healed, and now certain things that used to mess with you, certain traumas that used to hold you back, don't hold you back no more, and all of a sudden you are now in this new position where you're making way more money because you healed yourself. Because it's like, that's how I look at it, and that's how I think about it, and that's how I conduct myself too. I knew that I had to heal myself in order for my energies to flow efficiently and perfectly. And then once I did, I looked at my second house, my 6th house, and my 10th house to understand where I was going to position myself if money is concerned. But it's like, y'all have to understand this, you know what I'm saying? Before you work out your energies, you're kind of just like stuck in the law of inertia. And like, how your life was is how your life is always going to be, until you one day wake up and be like, I'm done. Time to change. Time to change, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that energy of time to change doesn't come until you've seen enough negatives in your life to get fed up. I'm fed up. I'm fed up. Like, that's what it's all about. Like, that's like, when you finally are ready to change, it's because you're fed up of the circumstance. Anger. That's why I teach healthy emotional release. I don't say emotional intelligence is repression of emotion. You better get angry at times, and you better know how to constructively use your anger. Like, I know how to be angry but still make sense. I know how to be in my anger and like speak really from my diaphragm, you know what I'm saying, and make my presence felt, because I know that my Mars is in Sagittarius. So anytime I'm in that Sagittarius energy, I'm in that anger energy, which is Mars, I'm playing it out through a Sagittarius lens. Sagittarius is that preacher energy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I get angry, it's almost like I get in the space of preaching. What I mean is, I speak with conviction, you know what I'm saying? Because the preacher has to speak with conviction, right? Behind my words, there is this energy of conviction. And on top of that, I have my Mars in the 3rd house, which is the house of communication. And I'm a Gemini stellium. So don't think you'll catch me lacking where communication and words are involved. You don't want to get into that arena with me, regardless if it's online, via the comment section, or in real life. You don't want to get into that arena with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'll pick up my sword. I have a collection of swords, and I'll gladly use it to cut some shit up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, like, the way I see it is like, you just pulled up with your sword? You think your sword is all cool? And then I'll pull out a big ass sword and I'll scare your ass because you thought I was just a little kid, huh? Yeah, I like that. Keep underestimating me. I like that. Cause like I like the most recent fight, like physically, you know what I'm saying, with my hands I've gotten to, was with a 30. The dude was like 36, 37 years old, and he was a tweaker. I'll be honest with you, he was on drugs, and I don't know if he was on drugs at that time, but I know he does drugs, and he was trying to like bully me essentially. He was trying to make me like fear him and control me, cause like there was altercation that happened, you know what I'm saying, and then he wanted money. He wanted me to give him money because of that altercation. But it's like, dude, you were the one who were like, hey, I got you, like I'll do this, the third, the fourth for you. Like you did that shit, bro. And the thing about this dude is he started talking crap. So what happened was he helped me out, and out of appreciation I was like, thank you so much, dude, like I'm gonna help you out, like I got you. Like that never was the condition. That's just, I made it the circumstance, you know what I'm saying? But then I came to find out this dude was talking mad crap, like mad shit behind my back. Disrespectful. Now, he has fallen out of the code of conduct, you know, where all dignified things are concerned, where all respectful things are concerned, where we were previously at, where I was going to, you know, look out for him, you know what I'm saying, the way he looked out for me. It's like, bro, once you started talking crap and running your mouth and doing it on some feminine shit, like talking crap about me behind my, like to my friends, and like not thinking they would tell me something, and then when they did tell me something, I just cut you off. I didn't care. I like, that's what I did, right? I just cut this dude off, right? I had no respect for him anymore. So why the fuck would I pay your funky ass back or anything like that? Because the thing about, like, the whole energy was just weird, because like I didn't have to pay him back, and it was just weird. Like I told him, like, alright, I'm gonna do this. Like, it was like out of my, because I'm a very generous person. I promise you, I'm a very generous person. Like, that's why I even give a lot of my services out for free. You know what I mean? That's why I have created a service that I can give out for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's generosity right there. So I'm a very generous person. So because I'm a generous person, people tend to want to express generosity towards me. You know, and that's what that tweaker was on. He was like, well, I can help you out with this. So he did. You know what I'm saying? And then he started talking all this crap, saying all these things. And then one day, I was just coming home, and he was there. And he was, I think, getting my friend, you know. And so I pull up, and he starts talking crap. And he starts asserting himself, like, you got my money, and like, you better have my money, or next time I see you, I'm gonna fuck you up. And talking all hard. I pull up. The sun thing is a very deep thing. Like, I am the sun on a real note, in the sense that I'm always joyful, I'm always happy, I'm always expressive. You know, I'll say what's up always. You know what I'm saying? That's my mode. Like, even from an astrological energy. Like, I'm a Gemini, very light energy. You know what I'm saying? So I pull up, you know, and I'm in a very chill mode, and I'm like, I don't know if I said what's up to him or he said something to me, but you know, I had to say something because he was there, which is weird as fuck. And so yeah, he's like, you got my money, and I'm like, what money? What do you, literally, like, I was confused. I was like, what money? What are you talking about? Because it was never, it was something that he made in his head. You know what I'm saying? That I owed him money. Like, that wasn't a real thing. It never was. So he's like, where's my money at? And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? What money? And then he's like, you better have my money, or next time I see you, it's not going to be good for you. And so then I went from 0 to 100. I didn't, like, it was more like a temperament in my face. You can see that. Like, a minute ago I was chill as fuck. Now I'm like, what did you say? Did you just threaten me? Was that a threat? I didn't say that, you know, but in my head I was like, this nigga just threatened me? Oh, hell no. Who the fuck do you think you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, so at this point, because he really thought that he could scare me or something, you know what I'm saying? Because people are flunked up. So at this point, and he's like 36, right? And I'm like 20. I'm like at that. And I was 22. Because I just recently turned 23. I was 22 at that time. You know what I'm saying? So 36-year-old, like, and that don't even matter, because, like, because I got into fighting, like learning how to fight, like mixed martial arts training. Like I train, like I know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? I got into that after, like, at really young, at 12, because I got bullied. I've experienced bullying for the first time at 12. You know, like, and I didn't like that feeling of powerlessness. So I learned how to fight, and I started getting into fighting as a sport. Like when I was 12, I wanted to get into the UFC. Like that's what I wanted to do because I was good at it, and I always seen fighting as a strategic game. You know, like chess. And some fighters will explain fighting as chess because it's all about the moves you make. You know what I'm saying? One move, unwise move, will get you knocked out. So my foot game is good. You're not like if you're a street fighter, like I mean, like UFC, MMA. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of street fighting to me. Like in the cage and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of street fighting because it's like you low key, like you can bring like some fucking, like, I don't know, some weird martial arts from Eastern into a street fight and maybe win, but sometimes you don't want to do that because people don't fight fair in street fights, and this dude didn't fight fair, but this. So yeah, you know, he really thought he was big or something, you know what I'm saying? So he comes looking down on me and shit, and he came close enough to see my facial expression, and that facial expression was, excuse me? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was like, excuse me, who the fuck do you think? But yeah, so I go from the sun's chakra to the Mars chakra. It's like I'm not going to go from my sun to my Venus, or my sun to my Jupiter, because, you know, it's not no generosity energy or loving, caring energy. I'm not in that scenario or situation. I'm in a situation where I have been threatened, you know what I'm saying? And like, where like my safetyness is at risk. So it's like I'm not about to pull out like I don't know, like flowers. I'm gonna pull out a sword, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna pull out a book or a flower, right? Jupiter or Venus. I'm gonna pull out a sword. And so right, this individual, he steps up to me, he confronts me like he's gonna do something, because in his mind he thought that it was gonna play out as he was gonna punk me and I was gonna step away and be like, alright bro, I'll get you your money when I can, I'm sorry, please don't hurt me. Instead I was like, square up. Well, I forgot how it went, but that's technically how it went down. You know, I told him to square the fuck up. Like right now you're talking all this good game, he squares up. Low-key homie didn't like I already told you guys, I've done like mixed martial arts training, you know what I'm saying? So I know how to fight, you know, the jab, the cross, the hook, the uppercut, you know, all of that, the combos, you know what I'm saying? So all I had to do, unfortunately, because this dude didn't know how to, like, he didn't even have a stance. Like, this dude was like, the way he was standing, it was very, very, like, bad for his core balance. Like, I could have easily made him fall, and I think I did make him fall, you know what I'm saying? Because what happened was, I told him to square up, and then he didn't, and I just, like, I feel like I didn't know if he thought, like, I didn't know if it was because he knew how to fight really well that he was like, man, I don't even need to try, or if he really didn't know how to fight, and that's why. So it was you know, it was a gamble, you know what I'm saying? But I just felt like he was wasting my time. So then I rushed him with the jab. Was it a jab? Jab, uppercut, hook, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of my favorite combos, you know, the jab, the uppercut, and then the hook, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if I don't get you with the jab, and I don't get you with the uppercut, I'm gonna get you with the hook, and you don't want to get hit with the hook, you know what I'm saying? So I just throw these punches his way, and I think I missed. I don't even think I connected. I thought, like, minimum I grazed this dude's face, you know what I'm saying? But then he ends up like bleeding and all these other things. It's just, and that's like, I get into these fights, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, I don't know the strength of my own power. And that's because, like, Mars and Sagittarius, you got to remember that Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, you know what I'm saying? It's all about big things or overindulgence energy, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, it's like just a real big energy, like real big energy. But okay, now that we've gotten all of that out the way and I shared that story, I do need to conclude this video. So here we go. And what we are going to do is we are going to look at the cycles of the developments, the like we're going to look at the most important and core events that took place in my life that were the most impactful, where identity and like the construction and creation of the self were concerned. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, we're looking at Saturn's aspects. So Saturn is the planet of crystallization. Saturn is like the planet that deals with rules and regulations. Saturn deals with contracts. It's like, you can kind of think about it like this, right? There's raw talent. We all have raw talent. But then it's like Saturn is like that energy which takes raw talent and makes something out of it, right? Takes the clay and makes like a statue or something out of it. So sure, like the stretching of the clay and the compressing of the clay to create the final product is disturbing, right? And difficult, but at the end of the day, it's all for a good cause. You know what I'm saying? It's all for a good cause. Okay. So I feel like this is definitely very valuable to share, because like my cycles and everything like that, because first and foremost, I definitely didn't have an ordinary life, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, I came from Africa. Then at the age of 14, so at the age of 7, right, I mean 8, because it's like 7 to 8 years, you know what I'm saying? Because we gotta take into consideration Saturn's retrograde, so etc., you know what I'm saying? So okay, hold on, give me a sec. I still haven't pulled it up. But yeah, you know, the first cycle or energy. Alright, so is this the first? Yeah, this is the first transit. Hold on, give me. Sorry, it's not the first one. Hold on, give me a sec to pull up the first one. Is this the. Okay, yeah, so this is the first one. And I'll also make sure to pull it up on the screen so you guys can see it as well. So this is a chart for September 23rd, 2008, 2008, because that's when I came to the United States, you know what I'm saying? Now, when I came to the United States, you know what I'm saying, in the sky, there were a couple things that were of, hold on, I want to make sure that this is the right chart though, because I'm seeing some things. Is this the right one? It has to be right. Yeah, it is the right. Is it the right one? Okay, so yeah, it is. So the thing about like me coming to the United States was, it took like a year, you know what I'm saying? And I had to travel through. We had to travel through through Africa, you know what I'm saying? And that experience in of itself was a very like transformational experience, you know, traveling through like the different vast lands of like that huge continent, you know, which is Africa. And you know, I think this was when I had my first spiritual experiences, because I remember we were like driving in like the middle of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's in the middle of nowhere, so it's not like there were lights, like light poles. So it was legitimately darkness. Like that's all you seen, like a consuming darkness, you know what I'm saying? Just interesting. Just very interesting. But anyways, so Jupiter was in Capricorn in my 4th house. Saturn was in Virgo in the 12th house. So I want to talk a little bit about Jupiter and Capricorn in the 4th house. Because, like, alright, so Jupiter is the planet that deals with, like, hospitality, generosity, like people helping other people, you know what I'm saying? And so the reason why Jupiter and Capricorn in the 4th house is important because see, Capricorn is the energy of Saturn. You know what I'm saying? It's all about regulation. Yeah, it's all about regulation. You know what I'm saying? Regulating energy. But specifically through a lens and a means that's governmental and that doesn't lack structure. You know what I'm saying? So Saturn is the planet of time. And time is an important thing when it comes to government, because governments are what they are as a result of time, because it took accumulation. It took them to accumulate, you know what I'm saying, the power that they have today, whether it be through resources or whatever. You know, it wasn't just poof, one day someone woke up and was like, I want to rule the world. But it actually started very, very slow, and then through time they grew and grew and grew and grew. And it's like they're not done growing yet. You know, like the New World Order concept that everyone was freaking out about in the beginning of 2022, and now no one's talking about, like, that concept. Like, there is a New World Order agenda that's going to be rolled out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just it. They're upgrading their system, you know what I'm saying, that they're doing or whatever. So anyways, Jupiter and Capricorn in the 4th house, I feel, is a great energy to view and look at, to understand. To understand my association with a refugee organization, right? Because when you think of a refugee organization, you know what I'm saying, you got to think of Capricorn. You got to think of Jupiter and Capricorn, because it's a Capricornian thing, right? Business orientated thing, government related thing. But it's Jupiter because it deals with foreigners, it deals with generosity, it deals with helping people. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I should have probably took the time to look at this chart, but I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even really look at this chart like that. So yeah, as I'm looking at it, I'm seeing things. I didn't even think to talk about my Jupiter and Capricorn in the 4th house, right? And then the 4th house is the house that deals with the family, you know, the familial energies, in which, okay, so Jupiter and Capricorn in the 4th house is, I feel, the energy that explains best me and my family traveling from Africa to America, leaving a war-riddled country to get to a quote-unquote better country, energy type. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things I can decipher and break down here. Like, I'm pretty much, what I'm doing right now is looking at my life, you know what I'm saying, and like revisiting memories, but from a higher perspective, where it's like even things I forgot are coming back to me because it's in front of me, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, Saturn in Virgo is what's actually important. So the thing about Saturn being in Virgo for me is I have my sun is at 28 degrees Gemini, and then my moon is at 1 degree Gemini, meaning that when hold on, give me a sec. Meaning that when how do I put this? When Saturn enters a sign that squares mine or conjuncts mine or whatever, that aspects my sign, you know what I'm saying? The aspects Gemini. I feel it when it goes in because my moon is 1 degree Gemini. But then when it's leaving and it's about to exit that sign, I also feel it, you know what I'm saying? So it's a double whammy. It's really a triple whammy because I have Saturn 7 degrees Gemini, you know, which is kind of the middle, right? So I have my sun in the end, my moon in the beginning, and my Saturn in the middle. So if if like just not looking at my natal chart and seeing all the difficulties, now the way that my natal chart interacts with the transits, it's even more difficulty. But the thing about a star is like a ball of burning gas, you know what I'm saying? And stars burn out, like it's It's a very violent thing to be a star. It's a very chaotic thing to be a star, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It's a lot of chaos. But yeah, hold on. Hold on. Pretty much. Was Saturn squaring okay, so Saturn was transiting Virgo, right? Although I have a good amount of Virgo in my 12th house, the energy of Virgo is my first house, you know what I'm saying? Like, the energy of my 12th house is actually Leo. Like, Leo brings that season in, you know what I'm saying? Like, it initiates that house. Leo initiates that house. And then there are Virgo stars, but those Virgo stars don't really have dominion like that. Like, the Leo energy has dominion in my 12th house, even though there's Virgo energy there. That's another story, though. But then my first house, right, this is Virgo energy. This is Virgo's dominion. Like, Virgo initiated this house, and then Libra kind of took over, you know what I'm saying? But Virgo still initiated. So, my first house, which is the house that deals with personality, personal life, things like your personal location, where you personally find yourself at. It deals with things like your body also, you know, and just to give other examples, it deals with things like your health. Overall, it just deals with things that are personal to you, you know, things that are, things that are personal to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you deal with your life personally. I mean, how you deal with your personal life, you know what I'm saying? How you conduct yourself when you're behind doors, or like, let's say when you're in your element and you can be yourself, your unique, unfiltered self. Like, that's all your first house energy. But what's important here is the fact that the first house deals with location, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna share with you guys how, like, Saturn transiting my first house, was transiting Virgo and then eventually going into my first house, and then it's a real deep thing, though, because the reason, so check this out, because, like, refugees and people that need to flee from, like, a country of war, like, escapism, because it's the 12th house, right? People that feel like they need to escape, or they feel like they're put in situations of bondage, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, yeah, they feel like they have to escape. That's the 12th house energy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, the way that the planets work is they'll bring a certain energy into your life. Saturn couldn't play out no other way but through like, and then I have Mars. Mars is funky ass right behind Saturn. Yay, I love my life. Damn, that's not good. So that explains the wars, you know, because I started looking for war, because once I started to explain, like, because Saturn brought the destitute, you know, like, fortunately, even in living in Africa, we didn't experience the energy of Saturn through poverty, because Saturn deals poverty, you know. The thing about poverty through Saturn is Saturn can deal poverty of love, poverty of knowledge, poverty of emotional connectivity. You know, it's just a poverty of something. So it's a lacking of something. It's a scarcity of something. You know what I'm saying? That's a limitation. It's a fear of safety and everything like that. So Saturn is actually the planet that deals with safety, you know what I'm saying? And it deals with the preservation of the human being. So the fact that, you know, the organization that reached out to us was about that, right? It was technically like, we're going to get you out of this war-riddled country, and we're going to put you guys in a safe place. Keyword safe, because Saturn is the planet of safety. And the organization and everything, I promise you, astrology is very deep. I'm gonna really get into this behind scenes, because, you know, I'm gonna benefit from this. I'm just sharing this with you guys so you know how real astrology is. So yeah, you know, pretty much Saturn in the 12th house.